And we are now live. Good afternoon or good morning if you are on the West Coast. How's everybody doing out there today? I hope everybody's having a great Wednesday, a hump day, getting us through the week. It's been one hell of a week on the DNC side on the for the Democrat National Convention. But we'll get into that here in a minute, man. Also, I want to shout out my gaming platform, not gaming platform, but my gaming video or gaming YouTube channel. It's called Gaming with the Gun Line. Make sure if you're on YouTube and you want to just hear me just talk a lot of crap and try to entertain y'all while getting my butt stomped on Call of Duty, go and join it. I am not the best Call of Duty player, but I try to make it entertaining. This is the way that I like to just, decompress sometimes, to go out there and just have fun and listen to people just talk a lot of crap. There's some people that take that game way too serious, y'all. It is just literally a game, man. Anywho, I want to give a quick shout out also to all the viewers that tap in and give the likes and comment on here when they come in on the lives. I really appreciate it, man. You guys are always welcome to come up and join us here on the platform. I'll just need your email address and I'll go ahead and shoot you a link to it. And the thing is, how will you send me your email address if you want to keep it private here? I don't know how to go about that, to be honest. But I mean, other than that, it's Wednesday, y'all. What's going on in the world today? Who knows? Because honestly, we've been focused a lot on what's going on here in the world of the USA. Finally, we're just focusing on what's cracking with the US versus what's cracking all over the world, which I think is the way it should be, man. But anywho, you know what? Let's just get into it. So I'll say this. One thing that Obama is a very good orator. That's what's up, crack. What's going on, Cryptid? How you doing today, big dog? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'll say this. President Obama, former President Obama, is one hell of a good speech deliverer. That man, when I first saw him, I think it was in the '04 convention, I knew that man was going to be president one day. I felt it. I like what he said. Back then, my political views were different. And also, so were theirs. It's a trip on how much of a shift has been made in the political sphere in just so many or in so little years. It's a trip how people always make it seem as if it's going to be the end of the world if we don't vote for candidate X or candidate Y. That trips me out. And shout out to those free thinkers that can cut through the bullshit and just see the politics for what they are, man. They're catering to those who are their supporters. I really, really, really wish. I'll say this too. The way Obama delivered that speech yesterday, you would have thought that he was running, and I think Kamala is going to have an uphill battle trying to even come close to that speech that he gave yesterday. There was a lot of just a lot of good words that were said, but with nothing behind it to push what he's saying. What do I mean by that? Well, in the military, specifically, I'll say in the army, usually when somebody comes in, let's say a new commander, or whether it's brigade, battalion, or even down at the battery level, they come with like this intent, right? They have like these this wonderful utopia that they believe that they're gonna formulate there at their level. Hell, I'll even bring it down to the section level. All right, I'll bring it down to the section, to the NCO side, non-commissioned officer side, to the sergeants, staff sergeants out there. When they get to a new unit, they want to go ahead and make their battery, or not make their section or their platoon the best that there is out there. However, they'll go ahead and pull the section together, or platoon sergeant get the platoon together, first sergeant get the battery together, and they'll give this wonderful fucking speech of what things are going to look like. And we always say the same thing. For those of us that are seasoned enough, we always say the same thing. It briefs well. And I'll say that as well as with Obama. Everything he said, it briefs really, really well. I mean, at some time, let's go ahead and start from the get-go. He talked about unity and hope as if the last 3 years have been divided, which they have been, and he's promising hope. Well, where was this hope that he's talking about? That this vice president, who is supposedly going to be president, where was it at when she was in office? Where has it been the last 3.5 years? You know what I mean? You know, they say, or he was saying that Kamala sees you, she's here for you. And if you see me looking down, it's because I took notes. You know, I watched the whole speech, and then I rewatched it again. Because, like I said, man, I like to not just listen, but I want to make sure I understand what people are saying. There's a difference between hearing somebody and actually listening to somebody. But, you know, she sees you, she's here for you. Where has she been in the last 3.5 years? I asked that again. You know, where has it been? Then, yeah, as a matter of fact, over the last 4 years since they took office, you would think that Obama was talking about the previous freaking administration. You know what I mean? I haven't seen her either, V. Cryptic. Democrats have been in charge for 12 of the last 16 years. Democrats have been in charge for 12 of the last 16 years, Obama and Biden, and it's all Trump's fault. I agree with you, dog. I agree. V said I haven't seen her 100%. Hey, what's going on, Flaff? My boy Palfy up there. What's cracking, baby? And the way that Obama was talking, you would think that he was talking about the previous 4 years that we've been through right now. You know, as a matter of fact, I want to play a clip for you right now. Okay, I want to play a clip for you that I have saved, and let me know what y'all think. Let me know if you can hear this too. All right, so I want to play this clip right here.
We do not need 4 more years of bluster and bumbling and chaos. We have seen that movie before, and we all know that the sequel is usually worse.
Mm-hmm. And if you're asking why is it sped up, I'll tell you why. Because I wanted to watch it at a point. You know, he talks, the way he speaks is very how can I say this? I needed to speed it up. First, hopefully they don't crush my fucking copyright, and then secondly, because if not, it would take me forever and a day. But what he said was, you know what? Let me slow it down for y'all on this one. I'll do that. Playback speed was at 2. I'm gonna put it at normal. All right. Let's hear what he has to say one more time.
From a guy whose act has, let's face it, gotten pretty stale.
So this is what he says.
We do not need 4 more years of bluster and bumbling and chaos. We have seen that movie before, and we all know that the sequel is usually worse.
Take his words. Take his words. Because you know what? We just saw that movie. We just saw that movie since 2020 to now. All right? Since 2021, when it was taken over by that bumbling fool he's talking about. And the sequel is going to be Kamala.
America's ready for a new chapter.
We are ready for a new chapter.
America's ready for a better story.
Yes, we are.
We are ready for a...
Not Kamala Harris.
President.
We are not ready for a Kamala Harris. Because a President Kamala Harris, like he just said, is going to be the sequel to the bumbling fool that he was talking about earlier, which is Joe Biden. I swear, you would think that he's talking about these last 3 years that we have gone through, or last whatever the fucking years it's been that they've been in power, you know? So he tried to take credit as well as he tried to take credit or give credit to Biden regarding 15 million jobs that were magically appeared during his presidency. Well, can we rewind a little bit and remember that it was his presidency that went ahead and, well, closed down shop, closed down America. It was President Biden who went ahead and closed shit down. And now, and now that when they reopened the country to work again, he wants to take credit for opening the jobs that were already there before. Do you see what I'm saying here? Does that make sense? Let's see. Hey, you know what? Shout out to my boy Cryptid. Make sure if y'all go follow him, Cryptid Tactical, out on YouTube. And like he said, smash that like button if you haven't done so yet. And let's see. Trump's a dictator, but in 4 years of power, never became a dictator. Weird. It is very weird. And the way they're trying to make him sound now is like he's gonna fucking go ahead and do it in the next 4 years once elected. It's just, it makes absolutely no sense how these people are just dropping fear into people. And he talks about uniting and giving hope. What hope is he given by saying these things that Trump is going to become a dictator? It just makes no sense to me, yo. Campos, correct. Campos, it is a freaking circus, man. It is a freaking circus. And it's just, you saw it yesterday with you know what, Hunt, my homie Hunt. Shout out to the homeboy Hunt. If anybody's seen the episode of the podcast yesterday, things got a little bit heated, as they're supposed to get. You know what I'm saying? Things are supposed to get heated even between friends, even between brothers, because that's what families do when we don't look eye to eye. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? Right afterwards, we talked on Facebook. I mean, not Facebook, on FaceTime. And, we just talked. Like, hey, shit happens. We had a conversation and that was it, bro. It's not like I'm going to stop being friends with him or, he's still my homie. He's still my brother no matter what. You know what I mean? So Palfy says, it's Trump's fault these fools be freaking out about him putting their feet to the fire. It's his fault that the powers that be have to make life worse for the middle class. That doesn't exist. And that's the trippy part, man. It's all class warfare. It's all about social class warfare. You know what I mean? And the fact that they made Trump sound like all he does is whine and complain, whine and complain. Shit, what have y'all been doing for the past fucking 8 years, bro? Is whining and complaining about Trump and how he puts people's, like Palfy said, feet to the fucking fire, yo. What else has happened? Let's see. Higher wages. So he wants to say that they have higher wages, right? Yeah. Guess what came along with the higher wages, though? You inflated the fucking prices of the cost of living. You know what I mean? Hey, what's going on? Yeah, I saw that afterwards, fool. My bad. But whenever, fool, you should have texted me, dog. I'm better at texting than I am with calls. We in this bitch. What's crack lacking, says Roland. What's going on, Roland? What's cracking, baby? So back to it. It's still dividing us no matter what. No matter how much you try to preach unity, no matter how much you try to preach hope, you can't do that by separating those that think differently from you. And he did speak about that as well. So it is a very closely divided country. Like he said, we are divided. And it's sad to see that. It's sad to see that we are at a level right now where we put these people on pedestals that if you don't agree with my blue tie or my red tie, you are somehow or another less than. I think that people back in the day really had hit the nail on the head when they said you don't speak about religion, you don't speak about politics, because it is very divisive. And people really nowadays on social media, they they feel free, and it's okay. It is your freedom to do so, to speak however you want to speak. But with the way you speak, you're also going to have to accept the the shit that comes out with it, the fallout from it. You're going to have to accept that just like you think one person's point of view is wrong, the other person thinks the same way. It's the same way as you. You know that you're wrong. Give me 1 second here. I see some messages popping up here on my book of faces. Let's see. I will. And let's see, what is this? All right, we'll check that one out as well. Definitely not what I thought it was going to be. All right, so anywho, damn, I wish I had my pen here so that way I could be crossing out what I know we discussed already. So let's see, what else do I have here? Ah, why don't people believe in the government help? Oh, he had asked a question. He posed a question of why don't people believe the government helps? Because, like that State Farm commercial says, we know a lot of things because we've seen a lot of things. And the government's way of helping is by trying to fucking pump money that we don't have into people's pockets, you know? So with that, people's pockets, you know? So oop, hold on, y'all. I gotta fucking mm, go back. All right, cool. All right, sorry about that, man. Doing this live shit is a bit hard, especially when you're doing it on different platforms. All right. So can everybody still hear me? I just need to know, can everybody still hear me? Let's see. It seems that like all Democrats want to do is talk about 2 days of the last 2 days is hate, Trump, LGBT, feminist, abortion. Why not talk about issues that affect everybody? And you know what? I'm glad you mentioned that. I really am glad you mentioned that. So I believe, for people that are trying to bring people together, you sure are isolating another portion of the country, because this whole include me is fine and dandy until they don't include the people that disagree with your point of views. All right. Just as I agree, as even though I disagree with a lot of people from the opposite point of view, it doesn't mean that I automatically shun them or stop listening to them. So, I mean, why don't we believe that the government will help? Again, I think didn't Reagan say it that government, I'm paraphrasing, the worst words in the English language is the government knows what's best, or the government's here to help. Yeah, ask the Native Americans how well that went. All right, ask the Indians, ask them how well it went when they said the government's going to take care of you. And not only that, they're taking care of you at whose expense? At whose expense, y'all? So I appreciate that, Roland. Thank you for letting me know y'all can still hear me out there. At whose expense are they really helping us? So, anywho, what else did he talk about? Ah, something else that he said. He said, let's see, who's thinking about me, my children's future, our future? So who's thinking about them? So he's making it sound like Kamala is out there thinking about everybody and their future. And of course, um, how is she doing that? How is she doing that by allowing people to come in here in the masses, in mass, and not making our country what it is supposed to be. That's the thing. Y'all are caught up on Democrat and Republican. These parties don't give a crap about you. The right also worked against Trump when he was in office. 100%, Palfy. 100%. I've always said it, man, that the right wing and the left wing are attached to the same bird that's taking a giant shit all over us. Do I believe that Trump has the best plan for the U.S. between Tweedledee and Tweedledum? I'll take Tweedledee, Give up your guns. The government will take care of you. Exactly. Exactly. And again, the government's way of helping people is by giving them and throwing money out to them. Again, somebody has to pay for that. Fuck that. You know what? I'll see. I haven't made a new shirt in so long, bro, but it's because they never fucking sell. So, maybe I'll go ahead and put one out there. See if I can come up with something this week. Give up your guns. The government will take care of you. I mean, that worked out really well in Germany, right? That worked out well as well. The whole left wing, right wing. You could even let's see, the whole left wing, right wing thing. You could even make it an illustration. We'll see. I'll see what I can do about that, Roland. I appreciate it. But I mean, honestly, they say that they care about the U.S. They care about the people. They care about your kids and their futures. How are they doing? Don't just talk about it. Be about it. Show me what you're gonna do about it. Don't just talk about it. All they really did was just talk, man. Australia did that while give up your guns thing, didn't they? Yeah, they did. And they're really proud about, how they gave up their guns and all their weapons. But here's the thing. Don't think that because the size of Australia is huge, that it's that populated as well. All right. Australia is not very populated like we are here. I'm just saying. I really want to see I really wish there was a candidate that was out there that was for the people. And that's one thing that we keep forgetting about in this country, that our government is of, by, and for the people. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, we've forgotten that. Don't just tell me what you want to do. Don't tell me what I want to hear. I want to actually see you do what you claim you're going to do. And give me a plan. You want to give me hope? Fine. Give me hope by telling me what your plan of action is. Let's see. Roland says, no, I meant crime rates went up there after they did that, specifically armed robbery. Go figure, right? Go fucking figure. A person who wants to mark somebody else, they're going to be able to do it with or without a gun, without a weapon that fires. Okay, they're going to be able to do it with a knife. They're going to be able to do it with a machete, with anything. Let's see. Want a good example of a true Second Amendment story? Google Athens, Tennessee, 1946. All right, let's go ahead and check that out. Right now. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it up right now. Chasky. Okay, Palfy says Tulsi Gabbard. I would like to see her run. She did, bro, and she did. And unfortunately, here's what I try to tell people: where I don't consider myself a Republican because I'm not. I'm an American. All right, I'm an American first before anything. I'm a fucking American. I'm a citizen of the United States of America. All right. I love this country. I fucking love this country. I was born in it. I was raised in it through all the good, the bad, the ugly. All right. I've seen poverty. I've seen poverty outside of this country. I lived in El Salvador when I was 16 years old. Living there taught me not the price, but it taught me how to appreciate what I had here in the States. Because even though I may have lived in the hood out in LA, as people call it, the hood, yeah, I lived, in what I will call a upper lower class neighborhood. My upper lower class neighborhood was still better than the high class neighborhoods of El Salvador or their middle class. Okay. So, and then, I've seen I've seen enough of the world to know how good we have it here. We've been to Iraq, fellas. We've seen Afghanistan. And I dare somebody tell me that they have more opportunity in those countries than they do over here. In one generation, my family went from living in what was called the ghetto in the hood of South Central Los Angeles. And within one generation, we're all living in middle class America. Did we have some struggles? Of course. But those were decisions that we made. But yet here we are. We're all homeowners. We all pay taxes. And we're all suffering right now under what this government has put us through. And so back to Tulsi, man. I love Tulsi from the moment I saw her in the debates. To me, again, I'm not a Democrat, I'm not a Republican, but I would have voted for her ass in 2020. 100%. 100%. If it was her versus Trump, I would have voted for her. And I think she would have won. I really think she would have won because she's more of a moderate and she fucking is 10 toes down with not following the far left progressive ideology that the Democrats have now, you know? And she ended up switching out. Why did she fall from grace from the Democrat Party? She fell from grace. She was supposed to be the shining star of the Democrat Party. She was being groomed by Hillary herself. And unfortunately, because she spoke out against Hillary and, backed up Bernie, that was it. She fell from grace. And what happened? Dude, I'm telling you, they delivered the Democrats the fucking presidency in 2020 with Tulsi Gabbard. What do you got? I didn't even care that a lot of people was like, oh, she's going to be the first woman. She's the first woman, first minority, that. I don't give a fuck about any of that. I gave a fuck about what she viewed, how she carried herself, what she talked about, her ideas. Do I agree with everything she says? Of course not. You're never going to agree 100% with someone's point of views. But guess what? I agreed with her enough to think that she would make a good president, if not a great president, being that she has the experience of what war and its realities are. That she would keep us away from being in any more conflicts or get involved in shit like Ukraine or flex when it needed to be or know how to negotiate. And avoid these conflicts that we have. Hate Trump as much as y'all want, but he did get motherfuckers together to try to avoid conflict in the Middle East. I don't see Biden doing that. I don't see Kamala doing that. And that's why she ended up having to switch to independent, bro, because she saw that the Democrat Party had fallen so far to the left that the bitch made a 180 total. You know what I'm saying? It's just, anyways. It's just a trip to me, man. It's just a trip to me. And I hope to see her in 2028. I really hope that if Trump wins, that he does put her in a position where she gets more exposure, whether that's the Secretary of State, Secretary of Defense, something where she's useful. And the thing is, I believe that, she is not just a yes man. I believe that she will, in 2028, run and win. I do truly believe that. So, but we'll see what happens, y'all. We'll see what happens. Let's see what else is going on. Oh, hey, Tecampo's out there. I heard that the word on the streets is that was going to be a video for later on. Word on the streets. Well, you know what? Let's just go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and move into Word on the Streets, brought to you here by the On the Gun Line YouTube channel. Word on the streets is that there is a possible play by RFK Jr. to go ahead and endorse Donald Trump. drop out the race and endorse Donald Trump. You know, I think that's a good move, a good look by RFK Jr. I know a lot of people have their personal ideas about them, but honestly, hey, I welcome him, you know. I also get a little chub watching her debate. Bro, a little chub? Nah, bro. I get a freedom hard on when I see her. When she's up there talking, dog. I mean, I love the way she carries herself. I love the fact that she would have been the first commander in chief that was enlisted and an officer. So she knows both sides. You know what I mean? She was fucking served up to the Democrats to just knock that shit out the park because she's everything that they want in a diversity hire. If she was going to be a diversity hire, you know what I mean? Fucking, you think about it. Female, young, good looking, fucking minority, and a fucking a veteran. You know what I'm saying? She was served up to the plate. And she wasn't coming on as a DEI hire. She was up there on policy, bro. Up there on policy. But no, the Clinton machine had to go and tear her down because what they say, she was a Trojan fucking horse, a useful idiot for the Russian regime. Come on, bro. Come on. That's fucking crazy. The Democrats are screwing RFK. Of course they are, man, because he's not willing to play ball with them. And Kamala is. Kamala's just an empty suit that's going to do whatever the string pullers say to do. Now, we can forget about the Clintons. The Clintons don't run that shit no more. Granted, they're the biggest gangsters there is, but that torch has been passed. Just like they say the torch was passed from Biden to Kamala, it's also been passed from the Clintons to the Obamas. You know what I mean? At least my fucking in my point of view. So it is what it is, though. Tulsi for Secretary of Defense. That would be legit, man. That really would. You know what's funny again, and I'll go back to Tim Walz, who said that he couldn't serve his country and be a congressman at the same time. Tulsi fucking Gabbard. That's all I'm saying, bro. But anyways, what else is cracking? I know I took a lot of notes on here. Oh, they said that all he does is gripe and grieve like the last like the last 8 years haven't been the same way with them. And then he said Donald Trump wants us to believe that we are hopelessly divided. Yeah, I don't know if you've taken a look at your own convention. Of course we're hopeless. I mean, I would love to believe that there's going to be a kumbaya moment that we're all going to come together as Americans. The last time we did that was the Olympics, that we came together. Before that, it was the fucking Hawk Tua girl who brought us together. You know what I mean? So fuck it. Hawk Tua for fucking 2024 president, yo. It's a trip, man. Like, we forget that the reason that we can speak freely as we do in this country is because we have these inalienable rights. And little by little, those rights are being chipped away at. Little by little, your freedom of speech is being chipped away at. Check this out, man. Hate speech is free speech, whether we like it or not. Hate speech is free speech. Shit, I forgot I needed to Google something. Give me one quick second. Ooh-wee. All right. Let me go back to Athens, Tennessee, 1946. Let's go ahead and check that out. My bad. I wasn't forgetting about you. Just I get on my rants, and you know how it be like that sometimes. So you got me Googling shit here, Campos. You got me Googling. Great. Googly moogly. Yeah, I found my fucking pen I was looking for. Athens. Athens. Where'd it go? Shit. Where'd it go? Great googly moogly. Let's see. RFK Jr. as CDC, EPA, CIA. I'm even hearing Attorney General like his dad. Dude, I mean, I would like to see him being something involved in the CDC. That would be good. But I mean, just, so for example, I'll tell you what. People asked, I heard people ask me, or people have asked, why did Trump put what's his name? Ben Carson in the position that he did. And we'll get to that here in a second. I just got to look this up. Athens, Tennessee, 1946. Oh, there it is. 19. Hijo de tu perra puta madre, hombre. All right. So, what happened in Athens, Tennessee in 1946? I don't even know where to go for this. So, how long is this? This is a 4-minute video. We're going to go ahead and check this out. All right. So, bear with me. Let's learn about what happened in Athens, Tennessee in 1946. Let's see what you got to say. If y'all haven't researched the Irish Troubles or the Irish Civil War, I honestly believe that's what's coming here to America. I'm gonna have to look that up next. But first things first, let's go ahead and let's see what my homie Campos is talking about right here. And I'll present it, share the screen, and we'll go here and here and make you bigger. That's what she said. All right, so let's go ahead and check out what this Athens, Tennessee is. All right, let me know if you guys can hear it. Whoop, whoop.
In 1946, the Appalachian town of Athens, Tennessee was the site of an armed insurrection. In the 1930s, a political machine was taking shape in McMinn County, led by a man named Paul Cantrell. Using his family's wealth and connections with the popularity of the Democratic Party under Franklin Roosevelt, Cantrell won the sheriff's election in 1936. Then he made a change to how his deputies got paid, which ultimately led to a rebellion. That change? Well, he stopped paying them a fixed salary. Instead, they earned a percentage of any fines they collected, which were paid into court.
Of course.
One problem, though. These deputies were now incentivized to get as many fines as they could to increase their own pay.
Mm-hmm.
And this they did in any way possible. For example, on Saturday nights, as Greyhound buses rolled into Athens, the sheriff's deputies would board and make questionable arrests of many of the passengers.
Wow.
For being drunk, for loitering, and for resisting arrest when they questioned what was going on.
Of course.
And as you can imagine, every arrest came with a hefty fine. We're talking 100 to 120 arrests every single weekend. That's not all, folks. Athens had its share of supposedly illegal roadhouses and bars, unofficially allowed to operate under one condition: pay a fee,
of course,
to the sheriff's department.
Corruption at its best.
In 1946, after World War II ended, 3,500 battle-hardened veterans returned to McMinn County, making those GIs over 10% of the McMinn County population.
Oh, shit.
These vets had seen it all: Iwo Jima, North Africa, D-Day. But when they came home, trouble was on the horizon, for the good sheriff saw not military veterans who'd served their country honorably, but, yeah, you guessed it, more fines and more fees. Deputies saw them as a potential gold mine and tried to shake them down at those roadhouses. But those vets were having none of it.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all understand, when motherfuckers come back from being away from home, man, you don't want to get between them and their fun. Let's see. Palfy says, I'm my daughter's U.S. government class, or I'm guessing in my daughter's U.S. government class, the teacher sent a letter home about what they thought they should teach in the class. First thing that came to my mind was the Constitution. I would have thought that was fucking standard fucking data, bro. That's
Instead of meekly
amazing.
paying those fines, they decided to fight back at the ballot box. They organized an opposition, a nonpartisan opposition. And before long came the 1946 election. Huge police presence,
Of
veteran
course.
poll watchers, and vets who were not about to back down when it came to doing what was right. On election night, a dispute arose over the ballots at several polling places. The veterans candidates wanted to make sure the ballots were counted fairly. The powers that be, though, refused, securing the ballot boxes under their armed control at the jail. This resulted in veterans taking matters into their own hands. They raided an armory, secured weapons and dynamite, and before long there was a standoff at the jail. Both sides engaged in a gun battle, with the
Hell
vets
yeah.
refusing to give up. When their firearms proved ineffective, the vets remembered a tactic they'd used in Europe: Molotov cocktails. But these had little effect. So they resorted to dynamite, blowing up the jail's front porch. This explosion marked a turning point.
Hmm.
An ambulance soon arrived at the jail, appearing to offer help. Unbeknownst to the vets, it was now State Senator Cantrell, again running for sheriff, and his former deputy, now Sheriff Pat Mansfield, making a hasty retreat. After they left, more dynamite was thrown, causing even more chaos. Finally, the remaining deputies surrendered, and the situation was under control. In the end, after that wild day of gunfire, dynamite, and chaos, the veterans secured the ballot boxes. And after a lawful tally of the votes, Knox Henry, the GI candidate for sheriff, was found to have won in a landslide over Sheriff Cantrell.
Ain't that some shit?
Cantrell resigned, along with his main deputy, and Knox Henry was appointed to finish out the remainder of his term until his own term began.
So if you ever wonder why your Second Amendment right is there, that fucking government wants to get tyrannical, you get on that ass.
A postscript to this story: the GI officials who were elected declared they'd limit their salaries to $5,000 and return all fees exceeding that amount to the county. This marked a significant change from the previous administration's practices. So there you have it, folks. The Battle of Athens, a story of justice and democracy in the heart of Appalachia. Don't forget to.
All right. Hey, appreciate that fucking knowledge you can't get in college over here, big dog. I stole that line from my homeboy Gunner from Gunner's Collective. Shout out to Gunner. But yeah, dude, 100%, bro. 100 fucking percent. I think because of the political shit going on, the teacher was trying to gauge the climate of her class. You know, it's amazing. It's amazing to me that I get it, that in government, well, I mean, I admire the teacher for at least wanting to get what point of view they should be given versus it being just, what's the word I'm looking for? Biased towards one. So all right, sent you a video on the troubles in Ireland. All right, I'll check it out here in a second, big dog. But yeah, I mean, it's gotten down to the school level where which the government should be thought to teach is basically, start with the Constitution. What is the point of government? The division of powers, how they're separated, why they're separated, and maybe deep dive into what each one of our amendments or Bill of Rights, what they stand for, and deep dive into it as to what it means. You know what I mean? That's what I would think. Those that make peaceful revolutions impossible make violent ones inevitable. There you go. Hey, there's a reason that JFK, wasn't allowed to walk the world much longer. God forbid, you ask what you not ask what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. Let's see. All right, let me go into my messenger. And did you send it to the messenger on the On the Gun Line podcast or to my personal one? Let's see here. Da, 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 da. Okay. Copy. YouTube. There we go.
The Troubles is
All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and listen to what were the Troubles, Northern Ireland Spotlight. All right, so let's see. Hold on. Roland said, just mixed up a tasty marinade for some steaks. They're gonna be bomb as fuck. Hell yeah, son. Oh, shit, bro. I can't spend any money on steaks right about now because unless that motherfucker's already pre-seasoned, I am not gonna ruin a good steak. I'd rather go to fucking Texas Roadhouse and just get me a steak from there. They're still cheap as fuck to go eat there. And Cryptid said basically it was an insurgency in Northern Ireland from 69 to 2000. The IRA conducted bombings and terrorism. It caused a mini civil war in Ireland. I can totally see this coming to the USA. That happened in the 70s on my reservation, and a shit took of Vietnam vets answered a call. In South Dakota, National Guard surrounded the reservation to take control. Motherfuckers, man, you know, I'll tell you, the Lakotas ain't nothing to fuck with. All right. They ain't nothing to fuck with. Those Oglalas, they ain't nothing to fuck with. I'll just say that. Y'all motherfuckers crazy. So when are you gonna do an episode of Trap Kitchen? Ha! I don't know about that, big dog. I'm gonna be doing a grubbing with the gun line here soon, though. But in the meantime, let me go ahead and share this this one video here. That how long is it? Please don't be too long. All right, let's see how long it goes and how far we go into it. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm still new at this shit. So according to so what we're gonna take a look at right now is gonna be a video that was sent to me by the homie Cryptid Tactical. Make sure y'all go like his page, his channel, and subscribe to him. And we're gonna go ahead and check this one out. It's gonna be what he believes is gonna be, or what he believes could possibly come to the U.S. All right, and for my FBI agents that are probably looking at this, look, man, this is all just what we think as is might happen, not that we're planning it. Just got to throw that out there.
Is what we call the period of conflict, usually from about 1969 to the late 90s, early 2000s. It was conflict in and around Northern Ireland, and it was all about who should both run Northern Ireland and who should Northern Ireland belong to. Generally, broadly speaking, the nationalist Republican side is wanting, firstly, a free and independent Ireland of British rule, and then a united Ireland. Its members are broadly, although not exclusively, Catholic. The loyalist unionist community, they owe their heritage to the 17th century when Protestant settlers came, particularly from Scotland, and what they want is to retain this strong link with the United Kingdom. The crucial thing to understand is that within each of those camps, you have a myriad of different groups, all with different ideas, not just as to how best to achieve this.
Hey, just want to throw this out there. Dear UK, can y'all do something about y'all grills, man? Homeboy's teeth was looking a little bit ratchet there, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, come on, bro. I know that times were difficult back then, but you came from money. You could have had your grill fixed, brother.
Of different groups, all with different ideas, not just as to how best to achieve this, but what's the most important thing to achieve. That's why you have multiple political parties representing both of those camps. And I think that's the crucial thing to remember. You know, we talk about sides. This side wanted that, the other side wanted the other. That's really important.
Bro, you know what I just realized? And I'm not trying to take away from this video, but if you flip this shit upside down, it kind of looks like the Game of Thrones map. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Game of Thrones.
And saying two sides
like Westeros
masks the reality of many of the competing issues. This is a conflict that is built on identity and historical memory as much as anything. Take the year 1916 to the Unionist and Loyalist community. That's the year that the Ulster Division made its sacrifices at the Battle of the Somme. To the Republican nationalist communities, 1916 is the year of the Easter Rising, of the attempt to throw off British rule. Same year.
You know what I'm tripping on this? Um, they don't even have a lot of division within themselves as far as a racial divide. Here in America, it's more even of a racial divide. These guys are all pretty much it's a divide because one wants to remain loyal to the UK and Protestant, I think it was, right? And the other one wants to be like, hey, yo, can we just be our own people? Kind of like how I wish Texas would be with the rest of the US.
People perhaps living a couple of miles away will have different reasons to commemorate it, just as a kind of an example of what we're talking about here. These things build into an identity. You have an island, and the majority of the people on that island are Catholic, and the minority mainly living in the northern part are Protestant.
That's
And then
what I
at the
just
end of the
said.
First World War, you have a war of independence.
Tribalism, facts.
You then have a treaty at the end of that war of independence. You then have a civil war in Ireland, as to the extent to which people are happy accepting this treaty, accepting the breakup of this thing.
All right, we're gonna have to definitely do another reaction video to this. Or I gotta find another cat that's a little more entertaining. But I feel what you're saying, dog. Basically, inner revolution per se, within our within our own country, and it's again because we're separated. Now these guys were just separated by fucking. These people were separated just by religion, pretty much. And but we're separated here not just by religion, but by color. You know what I mean? And that's because we make it that way. We are the ones that separate ourselves and make things more difficult. It's just fucking why. Yo, hey, I saw that while I was out there, Palfy. When I went out to South Dakota. By the way, if y'all haven't been out to South Dakota, I must say South Dakota is beautiful, beautiful, fucking beautiful country. I loved it out there. I was out at the Black Hills. I stayed in the city of Custer at Custer National State Park or National Park, whatever the fuck it is. Yeah, he's not a very beloved man out there, yet they named the whole shit around that area after that dumbass. Go fucking figure. Oh man. You know, I didn't get to visit Pine Ridge though. I really wanted to go visit Pine Ridge because of the poverty that's out there. You know, I think that one of the main groups that get forgotten about a lot is the original Americans. You know what I mean? The original people on this land before it was quote unquote discovered. You know, unfortunately, my original people from Central America, they were Nahuatl speaking peoples, same as out here in the Northern Americas, but because of the invasion that the conquistadores did and pretty much the wiping out of any culture, I have no idea of the culture that could have been had it not been for the Spaniards that came through or the Europeans that came, But as I gotten older, I have been wanting to get in touch more with my original American side, you know what I mean, with the Indian side. I'm proud of my last name as well, Lopez. I can't fucking go back and rewrite history and be hateful towards the Spaniards that came and did tragic things to my people here historically. What am I gonna do? Hate half myself? You know what I mean? It's be pretty fucking stupid. But all we can do is be proud of who we are because they made us who we are. And tribalism is really, like you hit it right there, Cryptid. You know what? Tribalism within the Americas is so fucking rampant. It's all over the place, and we do it to ourselves, bro. That's what fucks me up. We do it to ourselves. We tribalize ourselves. We categorize ourselves, voluntarily. To either I wear a blue tie, I wear a red tie. And I'm not even talking about gangbanging. I'm talking about fucking politically. You know, I'm a Democrat. I'm a Republican. Oh, I'm black. Oh, I'm white. Oh, I'm brown. Oh, we don't have anything that unites us. One common thing to unite us, except for the fact that we were born on this land, you know? And even through that, we divide ourselves that we were born on this land because we say, you know, oh, well, I was born on this part of this land, on the West Coast, or I was born in the Midwest of this land, or in the southern part of this land. It's always some sort of way to divide ourselves. We don't need anybody to divide us. We are perfectly fine doing that ourselves. Can we, for a moment, remember that we're fucking Americans of the United States? You know, can we do that? We are made of many cultures. We are made of many cultures. We can't change what happened in the past. Unfortunately, the times were how they were back then. I'm not making an excuse for what happened. I'm just saying that's how it was back then. Those that had the power, those that had the better arms, the better munitions, those that had the even if one has the will, if they don't have the arsenal needed, you're gonna lose, you know, and that was the world that it was back then. Shit's done changed now, you know. I mean, it is what it is. It's been generations. Am I saying forget your culture? Of course not. Of course not. Never forget where we came from. But the moment that we start dividing ourselves into subcategories is the moment that we start letting others say, "Oh, well, to be an American, you have to be a white person." You know, even in the Latino culture, in the Hispanic culture, in my culture, it trips me out when I hear people saying, "Oh, es un americano," or saying, "Oh, he's an American." Like, okay, well, I'm an American. That black dude over there is an American. But what they mean by es un americano is, oh, he's a white guy. So that really irks the shit out of me, you know? That really irks the shit out of me. There's lots of videos on the troubles. Definitely, I'm a you know what? A shout out Cryptic, shout out Vincent. I'm gonna go ahead and check out those fucking more videos on it and find one that can break it down a little more Barney style for me. Not that I don't understand what he's saying, but one that could be a little more animated as well. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to make sure that, unfortunately, a lot of us, when we start hearing things and it becomes kind of monotone, we kind of lose interest. And I want to make sure that it gets the attention that it needs and deserves. You know what I mean? All right, great book recommendation, bro. For real, for real. Empire of the Summer Moon: The Rise and Fall of the Comanche. All right, please read or listen to this one. Hey, no doubt, I will. I definitely will. Disease kills off most. Shit, I'm a quarter white and I'm still called called the beaner. Hey, you know what though, man? You know what's fucked up though? You know, the only difference between Palfy's people and my people are that mine decided to keep on walking south. You know what I'm saying? Mine decided like we're gonna keep on going a little. We're gonna find somewhere that's a little more towards our climate. You know what I mean? They wanted to keep going down south, and they eventually hit up what would be Mexico. And then when they were there, we're like, nah, we're gonna continue walking just a little bit more southern, and settled up in Central America in the nice tropical region. And but yeah, it's a trip. And well, I will say this though, for some reason, Palfy's people seem to be a lot bigger. You know what I'm saying? Than my little Indian ass people that are fucking short. That's why when I tell people I'm Salvi, they're like, "Wait, what? You're Salvadoran?" Like, yeah, dog. I'm not a midget. I'm Salvi and Nicaraguan, but I mean, my people in Central America, we're known to be like little people. Luckily, I'm 6 feet tall, so that's why I bitch is 6 feet. Anyways, yo, man, I'm really glad I have y'all here. I mean, Palfy, I got nothing but love from my homie Palfy, Cryptid, Campos, fucking Rolling, all you cats in here, man. You know what that tells me? That we need to fucking find some more shit to talk about, fellas. What else is up there? What else? I don't want to just always talk politics, you know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, I really want to talk about what can we do to unite us? As a Jew, I'm a Semite, not Caucasian, but I'm the whitest dude you know with my white privilege, unless I'm around neo Nazis. Then I'm suburban. I'm subhuman scum. It's a trip. I trip out on the Jewish folks because Jewish people are some of the most resilient people out there, and their community is tight knit. You know, but I guarantee you, there's tribalism in there as well. You know, are you a Hasidic Jew? Are you a Jew from fucking from the real Jew land? What's it called? Israel. So the cousins from the south, for real, dog. I'm telling you, I would tell my homeboy Jumbo, like, Jumbo's another homie of mine who's native, and I think he's from the Hopi or he's native. Can't remember which. I'm from the Navajo or which one, but either way, I just tell him, I just keep on walk. We just kept on walking south, big dog. That's all we did. Oh man, a Zionist. So Zionist, that will be. God damn it. I can't remember how to explain that one. My grandfather spent 4 years in Auschwitz, numbers on his arm and everything. Holy shit. As much shit as I talk, like, especially in the military, we all fucking pick at each other's fucking background and heritages. Those things that happen out there in Europe were horrible. Those atrocities, bro. Like Auschwitz is definitely one of the places I want to go visit. Just out of just fucking out of respect for those people, it amazes me how the genocide of people, how the complete obliteration of a people doesn't fucking affect others. Look at what's going on right now in Israel, for example. What's happening with the Palestinians in Israel and the Israelis. Just make it one fucking state and accept both people. And both parties are equally to blame on it. You know what I mean? We can go back to where, yes, it was Palestine at one time, and then before that, it was this and that and the other. At the end of the day, there were people that lived there that were from multi-theist. There were many religions there, not just Jewish folks. People just need to learn to live with others, man. That's why they say don't talk politics, don't talk religion, right? I guess I don't know. I'm one of those that just wants to worry about fucking my country. And that's it, It was a trip when I lived in Miami. When I lived out in Miami, I used to be a dental assistant, for those that don't know. I used to be a dental assistant before I joined the Army. So between the years 1999 and 2004, I was cleaning your grills, baby. I was fucking working on them teeth, putting amalgam fillings and all that good shit, taking your x-rays of your teeth. And in Miami, there's a very, very big Jewish population. And many of the dentists are Jews. So one of the dentists that I work for, Dr. Ephraim, shout out Dr. Ephraim and Associates. That's the office I was working at out there. He was much older. He was definitely like Vietnam era type. And however, his clientele was definitely of the older persuasion as well. So a lot of old Jews would come in there, bro. And I remember seeing them have those tattoos like on their arms. You know what I mean? With the numbers on them. And I had no idea what it was until Dr. Berger, one of the other doctors that worked there, he broke it down to me, and like he told me, yeah, they were tatted up like cattle, and given numbers. And it's fucking amazing to me that shit like that occurred in the 20th fucking century, And what's crazy now is people here in the world now are allowing themselves to be branded by placing chips in their bodies, bro. Have y'all heard about this shit? Have y'all heard about people implementing or putting chips in their fucking body, in their bodies, dude? Not for life-saving purposes or for some kind of a fucking I don't know, cyborg of the future type deal. No, they're doing this in order for like identification purposes. Bro, let me see if I can find it. Chips implanted was it Delta? Let me see if I can remember this. I can't remember. There was some company and that was doing it. People were fucking voluntarily doing it, man, getting chips into their fucking bodies. But let's you know what? Let's bring it up closer to this type. Look at the Neuralink. It's called Neuralink implants for humans. This was done by by Elon Musk. What the fuck? So Musk Neuralink implants. So let's go ahead and check this out. Let's see what they say. All right. This is the world we live in, y'all. This is the fucking world we live in.
Elon Musk's brain science company has implanted a device into a human for the first time. The unidentified person received brain chip implants Sunday, and Musk says they are, quote, recovering well. U.S. Food and Drug Administration has given Neuralink clearance last year to conduct its first trial to test its implant on humans. The move is a critical milestone in the startup's ambitions to help patients with paralysis and other neurological conditions. Neuralink says the brain chip is designed to allow people to control almost any device just by thinking.
Bro. Okay, he's disabled and it's giving him a new lease on life. Okay, so this one, I can see what they're saying. Okay, this one is more for the ability to walk and shit like that. Got that. But the ones that I had seen before this, bro, let me see if I can find it. This is why I need a fucking producer, man. This running a one-man show is kind of hard, y'all. So, company implants chips in workers. Let's see if that pops up with anything. I know this was a couple years back, man. Okay, maybe it's this one. Let's see.
Todd Westby might just have a hand in shaping the future. The CEO of vending machine maker 3 Square Market literally opening doors with automation that's turning some workers into high-tech machines of sorts.
This is
Look at this shit, y'all.
Some sort of novelty to you.
It is. It's reality. With all of the interest we've seen in it, I can tell this is definitely the future.
By injecting a rice-sized microchip into a willing employee's hand, all kinds of data can be programmed into them, from driver's licenses and medical ID cards to logging onto computers.
You have to hold it up to something such as this.
Even purchasing snacks in the company break room. More than 50 employees have volunteered.
How much does that hurt?
50!
Didn't really hurt a lot.
A third holding off for now.
It kind of freaks me out a little bit.
Some experts suggest caution. Among
Do
the
y'all not
concerns,
recall the
ID
Bible?
theft, health, and whether the chips can be tracked by GPS.
Most people don't really understand how this technology works, what data is collected, how it's stored, or who might be able to get access to it legally or illegally.
3 Square says their employees cannot be tracked by satellite. Melissa Timmons was skeptical, but is now chipped.
Yeah, right now it's only to buy a candy bar and get in our building, but there's a lot more that's going to be coming with it.
Chips off the new block.
I'll choose to pay with my hand here.
Cool and technology, once again, hand in hand. Ron Mott, NBC News.
I've seen
River Falls,
way
Wisconsin.
too many movies.
NBC News fans.
I've seen way too many movies that do not end well with this shit. I've heard too many stories. There's actually, in the Bible, it talks about getting shit in your motherfucking wrist or in your forehead. I'm just saying, the good old 666, baby. God damn, man. Ooh, we sent you the Rogan clip for the first Neuralink patient. I'm about to pop that up right now. That's what I'm talking about. See, Cryptid, you being my producer right now, brother. I enjoy this, man. I could do this. You the man with the master plan. Let's see. They will take that chip and they'll love it. Not me. I might as well be Alex for real, dog. For real. Shout out Alex Jones, baby. Everybody thought you were crazy. Hey, I still follow you, baby. I've been following you since 2005 when my homeboy introduced me to Prison Planet. God damn it. Oh man, hold on. Let me go check the Facebook. I don't know if I've been getting any messages on there, or let's see. Ruh-roh Raggy. Let's see. Let's see. Give me one quick second, y'all. Apparently, so I got to miss the phone call. Erase that shit. All right, so let's go ahead and check out the page of pages on the Books of Faces. Man, y'all seeing all my shit right now, ain't y'all? Goodness. Great googly moogly. All right, there it is. Get that shit off. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and see what homeboy has to say. Oh, damn, it was a 15-minute one.
Experience. So what this implant allows you to do is you can interface with a computer and you
that like button if you're on YouTube.
Keyboard, you can type in URLs, you can play video games.
Yeah.
How does it work?
Yeah. So basically, excuse me, my implant has like a Bluetooth connection to the computer, and then through that, Neuralink has created an app that they have uploaded to the computer, and through that app, I can interface with the computer. What it does is all of the electrodes on the threads are sending neuron spikes, neuron signals, and through so it's all implanted in my motor cortex, through my intentions. So say if I want to try to, move my hand left, right, up, down, I can't really move it. I have like a little bit of movement in my hand, but I can't really move it. But the neurons are still firing. That intention is still there. So like those signals are being sent. There's just a cutoff in my spinal cord. So obviously it's not getting down. But it's still going on in my brain. And those electrodes are picking up those signals. And there's an algorithm, like machine learning going on in the background that is taking those intentions, and over time it is learning what I'm trying to do, and that translates to cursor control. So yeah, so if I want to try to move the cursor to the left, I move my hand to the left, but that's not necessarily what I would need to do. If I wanted to move the cursor to the left, I could kick my foot, or I could do any sort of like motor action to train it to learn that's what I want it to do, to go left. So there will be like a visual
It's some
on
amazing
the
shit.
screen that says like move your hand to the left, and then they will train that left movement to left on the cursor control. But that visual could be anything. It could be like do a little jig, and that'll move it to the left. Like anything that it can do, anything you can do, I mean, it can learn, and you can map that to anything.
So does this include facial movements?
I was just about to say that, like,
so you could like move it with your nose.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Like we haven't tried anything
me and
like
Joe
that.
on the
We
same
have
page
tried,
on this.
a lot of stuff. This is very, very, like it's still very new. So there are things that
Whoa. That's cheating though, right there. Cryptid. That's cheating. If you could see the difference between being able to play Call of Duty is because we have to visually and then put it to use in our hands. This fool has an advantage. All he has to do is think it and move his lip. Bruh, that's an advantage that we don't have. That's like that dude with the paperclip legs running races. This motherfucker, he's got that motherfucking aim assist. That's bullshit.
we're working on what works well at this point. So like a lot of it is like my right hand stuff. We have mapped a lot of things to like individual fingers, hand movements in general, but we've done like left hand stuff, we've done like foot kick stuff, and it doesn't look like the signals are
Exactly.
as good. But that
Aimbotting.
also might
Exactly. That's
be
what I'm talking about
just
right
due to the
there.
fact that some of the threads are pulled out. So when they fix that issue with the next people, then those things would be much, much better. And if that's the case, then you could theoretically do multiple things at once. It's not just, you map, say, my right hand to the cursor control, then you map my fingers and my
This is
other
some
hand and
interesting
my
ass shit
toes
though,
to
for real, for real.
like key control. Thing is going to happen where I went from attempting to move my hand to imagining just moving the cursor. I think it's going to be the same way with the texting. I haven't had this confirmed yet, but I don't.
Is there anything that have you looked into what they do with stem cells for?
Yeah, so I applied for studies before Neuralink, and I never got asked to be in any of them. I never even heard back from anyone,
Damn.
which is kind of what I assumed would happen with Neuralink, honestly. But I had applied for things because I obviously don't want to be paralyzed anymore. I don't want to be a
For
quadriplegic.
real.
So it would be great if I could get into something and have them fix as much of me as possible. I mean, even if I had more control over my hands, the amount of things that I could do would like skyrocket, like an order of magnitude better, and my life would be better, my independence would be better, everything.
Yeah, I don't think it would hurt to try. And you familiar with a lot of these clinics like the Cellular Performance Institute in Mexico?
Hey, y'all make sure y'all go check
They
out
do-
motherfucking Joe Rogan's video on this shit, man. That's fucking some high speed shit. Now, look, I'll be honest with you. If it's something that has to do with like medical shit, I can see that, bro. You know what I mean? I can definitely see the benefits to it. But I'm talking about like the one that we had seen earlier with the motherfuckers that are out there, just living their whole life with a computer chip, bro. I mean, that's just a little bit too Orwellian for me, being that it just there's too many variables there where the government can just automatically take in and just fucking what's the word I'm looking for? They can just control too much of you and know too much of you. And that right there alone is what scares me. I don't want too much government interaction with me. All right. What I find incredibly hypocritical, a lot of Republicans, is the fact that they will criticize Kamala Harris for bringing out Megan Thee Stallion or Quavo in the next breath, and that'll praise Trump bringing out Lil Wayne and Kodak Black. That's my homeboy right there. That's my big dog. That's why I love you, homie. Oh man, oh man. That was a message from my boy Hunt. Hunt, where you at, big dog? You need to be on here with me. Shit, even if it's for the last 15 minutes. God dog it. Yeah, I got about 15 more minutes, y'all, before I get off. I gotta go pick up my brother. I'm not brother. Go pick up my kids from school. Hey, check it out. If you haven't done so yet, if you guys want to jump on here anytime, let me know and I'll shoot you the link. I'll even put the link up in here actually. And you guys want to jump on, we just kick it up here and have a good motherfucking time. You know what I'm saying? I'm all about engagement. I'm all about having fun. I'm all about having, conversations that we tend to not have anymore. Like for example, I've honestly been sitting here thinking about doing a reaction to Cryptic Tactical. So let's see, Hunt, the Democrat mascot. Damn. Nah, I mean, people are just very passionate about their point of views, and it just is what it is. Like, man, I miss this view. For anybody looking at this view right here, this was taken at the Smoky Mountains. I went hiking up there with my homie Kowalczyk, and I missed that view. That was a long ass fucking hike, by the way. Long ass hike. Too damn long, by the way. You know what? Let's go check out the homie Cryptid. Cryptid. I'm hyping up Cryptid. We haven't gone and checked out Cryptid. My homie Cryptid. Spell that shit. There we go. Let's see. Yo, so his latest videos, if y'all want to go check out Cryptid, man, y'all need to go check him out. Alien 1979 Breakdown and Deep Dive. Y'all need to go check that shit out. All right. Elko, Nevada off-grid build with a drone. Oh shit. Okay. Okay. Cryptid Tactical channel trailer. Let's see what the trailer is. Let's go ahead and check this out. Hope you don't mind, Cryptid. Kudish? All this time I thought it would say Kurdish. Go fucking figure. All right, hey, Cryptid. I know they always say keep them wanting more. Bro, I need more. Oh man. So this is from 3 months ago. I could have sworn, didn't you just do one just recently? I could have sworn Cryptid had done one recently. All right. Well, anyways, fella, I think I'm gonna end this one early, y'all. I do got to get ready to go get the kids and shit like that. What are we gonna talk about tomorrow, man? Actually, somebody has sent me something. God damn it! And said it would be a good topic to talk about. Give me 1 second. I gotta find something real quick. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? I know I saw one more thing that we could definitely tap on for the next couple of minutes. Where is Facebook? And are we on my home? Yeah. Message. Here we go. Okay, yeah. Let's go ahead and do this one. Let's see. Why is there no volume?
Hey, can you do a prayer?
Why do white people adopt black children?
I got a question. Why are there so many black children that need to be adopted?
Damn, you got a point. I can't even argue with that. Damn, you won. Debate over with. Why do white people adopt black children?
I got a question. Why are there so many black children that need to be adopted?
Damn, you got a point. I can't even argue with that. Damn, you won. Debate over with.
I think that's definitely going to be a one for the reaction. So wait, Cryptic TV episode 6. Okay, so wait, is it different than? Now I'm confused. You have Cryptic TV or Cryptic? I'm confused. Is it a different playlist? I'm killing myself here, Cryptic. Oh, so you do have different playlists. Okay, so check this out. When y'all go to Cryptid Tactical, there's going to be different playlists. Now we're tracking. All right, so we got films, U.S. Army, Baghdad, U.S. versus Baghdad 2005. So he has quite a few different channels on there. And the one you want to go to is Cryptid TV and has all the episodes on there. All right. So make sure y'all go tap in with the homie Cryptid Tactical. Check out the playlist, and that's where you'll find his different content that he works on. So with that being said, though, I do got to get my happy ass out of here. You all have yourself a good afternoon. Thanks for kicking it with me here earlier, or thanks for kicking it here with me. And maybe I'll jump on later see what's cracking. Make sure if you're on YouTube, go do me a favor, man. Go find the Gaming with the Gun Line page. Gaming with the Gun Line. Yeah, Gaming with the Gun Line is my page. That's the new one that I'm making. And make sure y'all go ahead and check that out. Go and like it, subscribe to it, and that way you'll know when I'm gaming and you can see my ass get whooped. So let's see. Sent you a summarized version of what happened on my reservation to your personal book of faces. All right, cool, too easy, man. I'll go ahead and check that out, and if you don't mind, I could talk about it later. Let me know, dog. With that being said, rounds complete. And the mission. Salute to y'all. I'll catch y'all later. Only here on the Gun Line, y'all. Deuces. I'm out. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. It's still fucking... Whoops. Whoop. Hold on. I know I'm shooting a lot of cannons. There we go. Hey, I'm down like Charlie Brown, dog. Whenever you want to get on, Gaming with the Gun Line, hit it up, and we get down with some Call of Duty. You'll find me under chaotic_SSG. 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 So chaotic_staff sergeant. All right. That's my fucking my name on there. And yeah, we can get busy with it, baby. I'll catch y'all later, y'all. Deuces.